Hi there, this is David and welcome to a crowdsourced video detailing my Discord server's top 10 best guest party members. So together, my server and I have discussed all sorts of different characters and we've ranked them together over the last couple of years. Here though, we're going to be looking at some typically overlooked party members. Those that come and go like the wind, joining you temporarily, mainly for just like a dungeon or so, then they up and leave. So, how this all works is, my members come together and submit the characters that they best think fit the category. Then we all voted them, and the top 10 make the cut, as well as the video. So, please keep in mind that this is not necessarily my opinion, but the opinion of the best Discord server around. So join and become part of the fun as the series continues. Number 10, sitting by Q the Mad and receiving 28 votes, is Joey Atreides from Suikoden II. The childhood friend of Ryu, they begin together in the Youth Brigade camp in the Kingdom of Highland when tragedy suddenly strikes and the two of them are forced to flee together. After being separated for a brief moment of time, they find each other and the best friends stick together through thick and thin before Joey kind of goes and does his own thing and tries to change the Empire from within, thus leaving for good. He fights with a bow staff, and though he's primarily a physical fighter, he is also pretty decent with magic, and has a unite attack with Ryu, in which they encircle the enemy and devastate them. Also, since he is such a good friend, if Ryu or Nanami takes serious damage, he can come in and take a physical attack for them as well. Number 9, suited by Ace Trainer AJ and receiving 28 votes, is Pancras from Dragon Quest V. A rough-looking man who's the main character's father, Pancras is on a long journey to explore the world while searching for his missing wife. He brings his son along with him on his journey as they stop from town to town, visiting old friends, making new acquaintances, and trusting his son to explore on his own. As a guest, he's completely overpowered, being at level 27 while the hero's still in the single digits. He's able to kill any monster that he comes across in one hit, and to make him even better, he can attack twice in one round. Then, like any good hero, he also has access to the heal spell, which he'll always use on the hero after battles, even if the boy's only lost a small fraction of his HP. This shows that Pancras is not only a tough fighter, but a caring one. Number 8, submitted by TD Blackbox and receiving 32 votes, is Terra from Legend of Legaia. High atop Mount Rikaroa, an old wolf heard the cry of an infant. Terra, a raw Seru inhabiting a nearby Genesis tree, heard the same cry. Neither of them could do much to help the child on their own, but together they were able to raise the little girl and taught her the skills needed to survive on her own. In only 10 years' time, they turned the hardest hitting force of nature that the game has to offer. It's too bad about that homeschooled education though. Noah is powerful, but really dumb. Life was good for the symbiotic wolf and Noah, but tragedy often strikes without warning. The ground shook, and the deadly mist flooded their cave. While the raw Serus can live forever, wolves can't. And then time unfortunately ran out for the old girl. Number 7, suited by Contigo and receiving 35 votes, is Galleon from Lunar Silver Star Story Complete. Not Galleon, dear Alex, Sage Galleon of the Magic Guild of Vane. Galleon is one of the 4 heroes who kept the company of the previous Dragon Master Dine. As such, he's keenly interested in Alex, as well as Luna. And then he decides that it's time to set off with Alex himself to meet the 4 dragons, starting with Quark. Once he joins up, you can see that Galleon's reputation is well earned. He's level 99, equipped with amazing gear, and has an array of spells that deal massive damage on any element of your choosing. Not that you'll need to carefully target elemental weaknesses, as this badass sage will demolish any enemy that dares challenge him. Though he only joins up briefly, his presence is a delight. Number 6, sitting by Cordova Man and receiving 37 votes, is Buzz from EarthBound. Quite possibly the most ridiculous guest ever, Buzz, the aptly named Bee, sets the stage for all the absurdity that's to come. When the meteor struck Wannette, Ness went out to investigate, only to see the tiny bee pop out of the meteor. He tells Ness that he's the only one who can stop Gigas' plan and save the world. Buzzbuzz, the lowly bee, though, is a house in battle, able to set up all sorts of invincibility shields, protecting Ness from the onslaught of the Starmen, who Gig is sent from the future to stop him. After the Starman is defeated, the motley crew head on back home, where the poor bee can't resist the power of a fly swatter. Yeah, Porky's bitch of a mom kills the future's only hope of a savior, not the hordes of all the aliens sent. Number 5, submitted by Power Panda and receiving 37 votes, is Riku from Kingdom Hearts 2. This series is loaded with great guest characters, from the Beast to Peter Pan to even Auron from Final Fantasy X. Most worlds that you visit give you a guest character for your party. However, none of them have the impact of Riku. Normally, you get guest characters in the Disney worlds, but here in the final stage, you are back to the core team of Sora, Donald, and Goofy. That is, until you get to the world that never was, where Riku travels alongside your party, but he doesn't fight, until the game pulls a twist on you, and he officially joins your team literally 3 screens before the final boss. For the first time in the series, you have 2 Keyblade wielders in the party at the same time, and with everybody else gone, it is up to Sora and Riku, and a culmination of both of their stories, to finish off Xemnas together. Number 4, submitted by TT Paradigm and receiving 40 votes, is Delita from Final Fantasy Tactics. Make way for the king! Delita joins the party as a guest for the majority of Chapter 1, and then for a select few battles later on in the game. He begins as just a lowly commoner, frequently going off on his own, using up all your potions and still getting himself killed, but his battling ability aside, he is the quintessential example of a rags to riches story. He's really the puppet master behind the scenes to become the people's hero, and advance himself to the throne. A cunning strategist at heart, but still honorable, he spares the lives of some after they fulfilled their purpose. Some might say that he was motivated by the events that led to his sister's death, vowing for such a thing to never happen again. So, I guess he took that famous quote to heart: blame yourself or God. Number 3, submitted by Serena Fair and receiving 40 votes, is Healy from Dragon Warrior 4. This friendly little heel slime asked to join up with Ragnar in Chapter 1 in the hopes that being around humans would help him become one. And while you can complete the chapter without him, it's going to be significantly more difficult due to Ragnar's limited inventory space as well as his lack of magic. The game will essentially guide you to him, so you really have to go out of your way to miss this adorable little slime. And you might not be able to tell Healy what to do in battle, but he will come through with a heal whenever you do need him. Well, probably. While the first chapter is short, it's memorable, and it does make an impression. And if you stick to it, you just might see him further on down the line. Number 2, submitted by Invincible Time and receiving 40 votes, is Teepo from Breath of Fire 3. You first meet Teepo as a child, and he's Ray's best friend and fellow thief. And the 3 of them are, well, thick as thieves, as they get into mischief around town, ultimately pissing off the wrong people, which does lead to many misadventures, culminating with the raid on the McNeil Manor. It's just too bad that the kids get in over their heads, and after a series of events, he's presumed dead along with Ray, and it's not until much further on in the game that you again cross paths. Even though his life did take a different turn, and he made vastly different choices, he still wanted to be with his best friend Ryu until the end. Number 1, submitted by the Cutmaster, and receiving 61 votes, is Beatrix from Final Fantasy IX. This boss bitch is the general of the Alexandrian army, first encountered as a merciless soldier who quickly dispatches the team in the name of the crown that she protects. She's noble, proud, and loyal to a fault. However, she isn't afraid to turn away from evil when she sees it in her own ruler. She joins the team during this crisis of identity, motivated to protect Garnet, and it's easy to see why so many fans have fallen in love with Beatrix over the years. We watch as she transitions from stoic general to soft-hearted protector of Garnet, making for the classic redemption storyline that we see in other paladins. At the same time, the attributes that we respect about her do not change. Her level-headed nature, consummate professionalism, and soft-spoken yet commanding personality. So, that's it for the top 10 best JRPG guest party members, as decided by my Discord server. We do have quite a few more honorable mentions, though. Larsa, Borgin, Banon, Minwu, Unai, Sephiroth, Redis, and Alma from the Final Fantasy series, Vendom from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Seth from Phantasy Star 4, Ramus and Lake from Lunar Silver Star Story, Anastasia of Wild Arms 2, Ted from Suikoden, Vinceborg 2050 from Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden, Cheryl from Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, Rassius and Richard from the Tales of series, and the Flying Men from EarthBound. Who are your favorite guest characters and why? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to take part in future class ranking videos, please come on over and join the Discord channel to make your voice be heard too. And as always, if you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day.